From the land down under, with the rock at its centre, comes the little Aussie Watchman. Mainstreaming natural immunity to COVID. To those that have been paying attention, the evidence for natural immunity, i.e. immunity post-infection from COVID, has been increasing exponentially. It has become so overwhelming that it has spilled out into the mainstream. The evidence of natural immunity not only affording better protection than vaccination, but also more longer-lasting protection, has been absolutely squashed by the medical industrial complex. First principles would tell you that natural immunity to the virus would give you better immunity than just immunity to the spike protein secondary to the vaccine. Natural infection leads to you having an array of COVID-specific proteins that you develop immunity to. It also leads you to having better T-cell immunity, which is not tested with antibody testing, and also IgA immunity. Vaccination does not give you significant IgA immunity, which is the first line of defense against a respiratory-borne virus. The reasons for the medical industrial complex going all out to squash this knowledge is unclear, but it has to be nefarious. Anybody who argued for natural immunity, including famous sports stars, were labelled anti-vax or intellectual Luddites not worth paying attention to. The obvious reason for this has to do with the dark tentacles of Big Pharma and their protection at all costs of consequent vaccine profits. But the real reason may be even more hideous. For example, does it have to do with the enforced digitalization of every human being on the planet? Who knows, but profit alone seems not quite to cut the mustard, so to speak. During 2021, study after study confirmed the more effective and efficient protective ability of natural immunity. The most well-known study came from the Israeli population, which was released in August 2021. The fully vaccinated were 13 times more likely to get COVID and 27 times more likely to be symptomatic than the naturally immune. The study demonstrated more durable and longer-lasting protection following infection. Over 140 studies have demonstrated all aspects of immunity, including laboratory-tested T-cell immunity and real-world studies of infection, clearly exposing the lie that natural immunity was ineffective. Still, the media, along with politicians and the paid-for medical establishment, repeated the lie and urged vaccination despite infection. Cracks have started to appear. In November 2021, the CDC had to admit they had no record of a naturally immune person ever spreading the virus. Of course, there are many instances of the vaccinated spreading COVID. Then there came this blockbuster from the CDC on January the 19th, a blockbuster morbidity and mortality report from the US demonstrating the unparalleled superiority of the naturally immune over the fully vaccinated. The naturally immune were 5 to 6 times more protected than the fully vaccinated. And that was for the Delta variant. It would be reasonable to expect that this would be even higher for the Omicron, which is even further removed in structure to the original COVID for which the vaccines were developed for. Natural immunity, however, gives broader immunity over a large number of areas on the virus and therefore is less affected by changes in the virus. So now the secret is out. Even the CDC has admitted, albeit through gritted teeth, that natural immunity is not only extremely effective, but is way more durable. One of the lies perpetuated by the medical industrial complex has been overwhelmingly proven to be false. It is time to do the same with early treatment and masks.